everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I don't really know where to begin in this video because I really haven't thought too much through it. I just kind of want to share. So some of you have most likely seen my past inventory updates. I used to do them fairly regularly, like monthly, and then I honestly just kind of fell off the wagon of tracking my inventory. I know that sounds like shame on me, but I really just was like, I don't care, I don't want to do it, which is my own fault for not sticking to it. But honestly, I was like, if something gets out of hand, I can just like go back to tracking my inventory, you know. I kind of knew what was coming in and going out, so I was like not really that worried about it. So I follow a gal named Victoria on YouTube. I will leave her channel link down below. She does this series that she calls the hoarding closet, and she talks about like trying to reduce things she's hoarding. So yeah, I was watching her video last night. I mean, she posted it last night, but at the time I'm watching this. And it actually, I had been thinking for a while, like, gosh, I really should update my inventory, but I just like still didn't want to or care enough. But then when she posted her video, it actually like prompted me to be like, you know what, I should really look into what I have, just because she does like an Excel spreadsheet, which is what I already had made because I do inventories typically. But just the way she was kind of sharing it, I was like, you know what, I should really look into my own. And I'll provide the spreadsheet below for you guys, just so you can reference it. I know some of you are spreadsheet people like me, so you like to see things visually. And then also, I think I'm just gonna leave it down there if people just wanna check it out. Like if you're ever curious, like I might just be updating it because I'm in my sheets a lot, you know? So if you wanna just like be snoopy and check it out, go ahead. Like I'd love for you to look at it, because I kind of need some public accountability at the current time. So what I'm really saying here is I haven't done inventory in a really long time, and so I wanted to do an updated inventory, and I wanted to make it more inclusive to really include all the things I have excess of. So before it was like makeup, and then I, expanded into skincare and hair care and that type of stuff. So now, as you can see from the list, and we'll talk about it, but I included a few more things on there that I wasn't originally tracking, but I think will be helpful to have just for my personal reference. So I don't necessarily think of myself as a hoarder. I know I like to not necessarily collect things, but I do like to buy in excess sometimes. I mean, I have come to the realization, I've known it for a couple of years now, that I do sometimes get excessive when bringing things into my collection. So initially it started out with makeup. I mean, I kind of like have a category, and then I like overdo it in the category, and then I move on to something else. So I noticed that like I was doing makeup, then I was doing skincare, then I was doing hair care, then I went back to makeup, and then I was like, oh, I could get candles because there's a candle sale, then I do hand soaps, then I do body care. Like I just keep shifting my focus. And then when I tried at one point to do a no buy, I shifted to like completely other non-beauty products like planner supplies and planner stickers. I just like, I can definitely get out of hand. And if I cut myself off, like I've found out over the years, like if I cut myself off from one thing, I slowly navigate into another angle. So if I'm like, oh, I'm not buying any beauty products, but like I'm buying a ton of other crap that I also don't need, which is just replacing the money I was spending on beauty. So the goal of this isn't to go on a no buy. Like I don't want to be like, I can't buy anything, because I know it's unrealistic for myself, and it's not the way I want to handle the situation I'm in. The goal of this is just ideally to bring my inventory numbers down. I have set more realistic goals. And I think my goals will continue to fluctuate forever because obviously I go through different periods in life where my goals change. But I've adjusted my goals from where they were at the start of the year just to better reflect where I feel like I'm at right now. And I feel like the main object of this project is to just reduce and get closer to my goal. I'm not gonna buy anything until I hit my goal number. And if I buy things, like say there's a sale on something and I buy things and go over the goal, that's okay. Like that's not the gist, is to like always stay under X amount of things. I'm fine with fluctuating. I just want to be mindful of where I'm at. And I don't want to just like, I don't know, I feel like I get really hyped up about this stuff and then I get overwhelmed and just stop doing it. So that's why I'm like hoping somebody out there can keep me accountable. And I think I'm just gonna like do this starting point, do a check-in in October, and then do a check-in at the end of the year. So I don't feel overwhelmed like I need to do this monthly. I'm not gonna like insert crazy pictures or anything because you guys can see the spreadsheet I'm working off of on your Google Drive. You can just click the link below. So I don't need to be like super stressed out about updates or anything. It should be very simple for me to like keep track of everything. So if you haven't opened the spreadsheet, or like if you're like, what the heck are you talking about? I've updated my inventory list of all of the things I currently have. I may need to double check a couple numbers just to verify, which I'll just adjust them in the starting column if they need to be changed. But basically I broke it out into like makeup, skincare, hair care, body care, and I did a section, I labeled it home care. I don't know if that's really a term, but it's really just household stuff. So basically for each of those sections, I made myself a goal, like here's where I ideally want to be at. Obviously I made a list of everything I currently have. And then I just put in sections like, did I bring stuff in? Did I take stuff out? What is my like next month or whatever, the October check-in looking like at the current time? And then where am I at like overall total? So if you care about numbers, let's talk about numbers. So for makeup, my goal total is 100. You'll notice on the spreadsheet, all of the goals for the individual makeup categories are blank, like eyeshadow palettes, mascaras, foundations, whatever. I didn't fill in individual goals for my makeup because I just am comfortable with like my makeup inventory being at 100 products. I don't necessarily care what 100 products they are. Like I don't care if I have specifically for foundations. If I'm really into foundations one year and I want to have 12, great. If I'm really into eyeshadow palettes and I want to have 15, great. I just want to be at 100 total. So like I can't have 14 of everything. I can, you know, like right now I'm really into blush, so I own a lot of blushes, but like a lot of my other categories are fairly small. So that helps each other out, you know what I mean? I don't want to go over in every category, but if I'm like large in one category, like blush and lip gloss, like I said, but you know, I only have one open mascara at a time. Like these are things, it's how I'm going to even it out, you know? So I didn't want to individually select and then have to change it like every 2 months. But my current starting number for makeup is 110. So really I'm only 10 over. I'm not really worried about this category. So I think that's totally fine. For skincare, my overall goal is to be at 21 products. Currently I am at 63. This is the category that's in the worst shape for me, but the reason it's in the worst shape is because I have 20 sheet masks or individual use masks, and I have them all counted individually. So obviously I could easily bring this number down significantly, but a sheet mask is a problem area that I completely want to eliminate. So that will probably be my biggest focus over the next month, is working on the skincare, or not the next month, until the next update of this project, whatever you want to call it. So that will be my next focus until October. And then, you know, when we recheck in, maybe I want to change things up. But so that category looks a little bit bad, worse than the others, I guess you could say. For hair care, my goal number is 14 and my starting number where I'm at right now is at 23. That's not that bad, but it takes me so long to go through hair products, so I'm not as concerned with this category right now just because the numbers aren't really that big, but it's a little bit concerning just because it takes me so long to go through hair stuff, but I'm not like so worried about it that it's keeping me up at night, you know. For body care, my goal number is 98, and some of you might be like, you need 98 body care products? Look, okay, I just set these goals. Like I said, things could change, don't judge me. Most of you probably already know that I'm really into body care and like Bath and Body Works, so like whatever. But my starting number is 124, so really I'm not that much over my goal. I just have a lot of things maybe in categories like that I don't want them to be in, you know, maybe like I'm okay if I have more of X, but I have a lot of Z currently. I don't know if that made sense to you, but maybe if you look at the spreadsheet, it will. So I'm not really concerned about this category either, just because I don't have stuff that's going bad right now in it, and I think I'll be able to like consistently use stuff up, even if I am like bringing in a lesser amount. I really just want to bring in less than I finish, essentially. And then my home care section, this section's actually under, so my goal is 60 and I currently have 56. Some of you might be like, why is your goal more than what you have now? If you open up the sheet, you'll notice on there I have a category of wax melts. My boyfriend and I have recently gotten into warming wax and like melting wax. You know, doing like wax instead of candles, which we still love candles. I mean, I still love candles, which you can see I have quite a few of anyway. But I think wax is just going to be a little bit more sustainable for us, and especially like I'm working from home a lot, not full time, but like more than I was before, which was none. And we're really not going anywhere on the weekends, so if I can just like make my house smell nice without completely burning through all of my candles and needing to buy a new you know, $15 to $25 candle every week, I'd rather go the wax melt route. So I'm letting myself kind of expand into that, and I put that goal a little higher than like where I'm currently at, because I know I have some like that I want to bring in and try out and that type of stuff. So overall, my goal is 293. Ideally, just like starting out, I guess my goal is more like 300, just to make it more of an even number. It seems like more attainable than 293. I don't know, but that's what like the actual goal numbers added up to. So I left it on the spreadsheet. So my August starting is 376. This could change a little bit if I realize like, oh, I had one thing that I forgot, and I'll add it to the starting balance or whatever. So I'm currently over 83. You will notice on here though, I have added things in the increase and decrease columns. So I have like, I finished up a serum, I finished a candle, and we have finished a wax melt. So there's 3 in the decrease column. So really I'm only 80 over at the current time, even though my starting was 83 over. So I'm gonna continue to update that increase and decrease column so I can see like, oh, did I finish up 12? Like I brought in 15, but I finished up 12 or something like that, you know, like, am I bringing in a ton and not really finishing any, or that type of thing. I see from Victoria's spreadsheet, she talks about this and records it, and I was trying to figure out how I could as well, because I think that is interesting information to see as well. So I hope this video made some sense, because I feel like I was kind of talking in circles, but really I just kind of want to keep track of my overall inventory and kind of just like reduce my numbers essentially. So the main focus of this, I feel like I've already said this, but just to reiterate, I guess, the main focus of this project is essentially to have less than 376 items, which I'm starting with. started with, I guess, as of August 1st. So I've updated. So essentially, by the end of the year, I want to have less than 376 products, which is what I'm starting with. So I hope that all makes sense to you guys. Again, if you want to check out the spreadsheet, I'll leave it linked down below. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I have to say for this. If you have any tips, like if you notice, oh, you have a ton of something, like if you have any tips to help use it up or that type of thing, let me know. But yeah, otherwise I'll be back in the middle of October to talk about my updated numbers for this inventory project. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.